Come on.
Oh, yeah, they out of pocket.
Nah, bro.
Bro, this boiled my blood, man.
Fighting to stay here, but burning the flag.
And
they putting lighter fluid on that bitch.
Yeah,
bro.
And like, here, okay, so my perspective is, I understand their frustration, bro, and I'm with them, right? Because, we are all, well, most of us in this country are for, and the election proves it, we are for illegal immigrants being deported. We are for people who broke the law to get here being deported. However, we all agree there are humane ways to do this shit. Meaning, bro, if somebody is at a funeral, homie, be humane, don't do it, bro. Like, don't raid a funeral, don't raid a graduation. To me, that's a piece of shit move, and there are humane ways to do this shit. However, the solution should never be to spit on the American flag and burn it. That's where they completely lost me with that.
But I've never heard you say.
I want them to round up that whole crowd right there.
I've never heard
get them
you
the fuck out of here.
I've never heard you speak on when they was doing that to black people, when they was getting drug dealers at their mama funeral. They was getting drug dealers
to enemies.
Man, listen,
shooting up funerals.
Y'all just want to change the rules.
How does that make sense to you, Brandon?
Y'all changing the rules. Huh? No, let me.
We spoke on here.
Bro, it has already.
Listen, niggas being dragged at funerals.
As long as we've been alive, as long as we've been alive, it don't matter where you are. If you've broken the law, the police enter into that place to get you, to extract you.
Yeah.
If you're a criminal, no corner is dark enough. Now, because they have broken the law and you feel sorry for them, suddenly it's like, no, you need to do it a certain way. No, walk up in that funeral, kick the damn casket over and drag their ass up out of there.
Especially if they're
That's what they did to us.
But that's still wrong, though. But it's still wrong, though.
Fuck,
Brandon, it's still wrong, though. But again, it's still wrong if they did it to us.
It's wrong of them to break the law and then go try to hide up in a funeral home. It's wrong of them.
They're going about to. No, bro, that's not what happened, bro.
If I go to my kid's football game, right?
Yeah.
If I go to my kid's Little League game and I know I didn't just murder 5 people up the street, if the cops come in there and they got to draw down guns on kids to get me out, that's on me. I'm the one who went and hit them.
But that's the extreme cases, though. We're talking about people who has been in the application process, appealing for the last 10 years or so, and they're just going by their daily lives, not knowing that ICE is coming for them.
How do you separate?
At this moment? And they go to a funeral, and I'm saying, again, the ICE agents understands who are the murderers and the rapists, and they know the people who. Bro, they just been here. They broke the law to get here. They should be deported. We understand that. We're just talking about now, how do we remove them from the country? And the solution should never be, bro, drag people out of funerals and their kids' graduations. Y'all is tripping for that.
Listen, man, ICE is doing a great job. Shout out to them. They're doing it the way that they are trained to do it. Don't listen to Flacco because you'll let almighty suspect run over you, so I don't even expect you to understand how America.
Hey,
look, you from Liberia, right? Wait, no, let me say this.
Sure.
You're from Liberia.
Sure.
Liberia is a total shithole. Why? Because you guys let people just run over the government.
They brought Americans
So you're
there.
bringing that.
Okay.
You're looking at this like it's that, and it's not.
No,
people
bro,
who have fought and died here. My grandfather, all of them fought in wars to defend this country.
Sure.
I'm not letting nobody come over here, commit crime, and just chill, and then feeling sorry for them because, oh my God, they're at a funeral. Bro, America dropped bombs on kids, bro. So you expect us to then all of a sudden become different? Right. Who cares? But
that's still wrong, though.
It's wrong, but it's necessary. Yeah. It's wrong, but it's necessary.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Bro, listen, bro.
When you run a country successfully, then you can say what's unnecessary.
But again, though, Brandon, that is wrong. Again, those two options aren't the only way to get them, bro.
Okay, what's the better way? Huh? What's the better way?
The 99% of their daily lives, meaning this, again, when they go home, it can get them out that
crib. Where do they live?
Right?
Where do they live?
These ICE agents are somehow finding a way to track these people, right?
Where do they live, Flacco?
Everywhere. This is LA. They everywhere.
And once you go to their home, you cannot just kick in their door and drag them out. Because they're protected by they're not, but the other people who live in there who are citizens are protected by the Constitution.
What if the whole household is illegal?
Do you know how much money it will cost to do that? Even to get all those warrants? No, we're doing this the most inexpensive, efficient way. This is the right way.
My nigga shiny.
Again, yo, there are 98 other ways to get these people. They have to come out eventually, right? Again, work, grocery store, something. These funerals and graduations aren't the only two ways to get these people, bro. And anybody who was saying, hey, bro, these two are the mandate. Get them at these funerals while they're mourning and drag them out at their mom's funeral. Simmons like, come on, nigga. Like, at some point, bro,
you guys are both.
Human decency has to come into play,
okay,
bro.
so who's gonna pay these agents all these hours of overtime waiting for Carlos to come out of his house?
Adam.
But what I'm telling you is what you guys are talking about doesn't factor in all the context of the situation. These people need to be paid. These agents got to get paid for their time. So if we can get you, we're going to get you when we can. Just like we've been doing for hundreds of years while this country has been being more successful than any of these African countries, your country, any of these South American countries. You can't come from crap and then tell America how to do what they do.
But you're saying that that's the best option to get them out of
But again, though, nobody is saying don't deport these people. We're just saying don't go to funerals and drag people out of funerals, homie. Don't go to graduations and drag them out of, right?
I never
and drag people.
What?
Nah, come on, bro.
Hey, you're tripping.
Bro. Nah, bro.
All right, Flacco.
Get him out,
bro.
If you were president, almighty suspect would be running this.
No.
You literally,
bro.
You're literally telling the government to just not apprehend criminals.
But that's not true, though, bro.
Let them slide for right now because they had a funeral.
Funerals and graduations aren't the only two places to get people at, bro. Cut it out, homie.
Are funerals and graduations public?
A quinceañera would be a good place to get them.
Are churches public places?
Sure.
Okay, then you could drag a motherfucker up out of there.
It's still, bro, it's inhumane to do that, though.
It is inhumane to do it, but also
where have we gotten, bro? Like as society, bro, where like, bro, listen, bro,
please,
bro, where
talk about morals?
Where have we gotten as humans, bro? Where we can't say, hey, bro, dragging a nigga out of his mama's funeral, that's crazy, homie. That's
these people are showing you. Movies. These people are showing you how vicious and immoral they are, but then you're expecting another group of people to be so humane and moral. Is it humane to tear up your neighbor's property because you're mad?
They were saying the same about us during the George Floyd protest.
And we were acting like animals.
Okay, so this their moment.
I heard Mexican people.
The majority of people are breaking crimes.
I heard Mexican people calling black people animals over George Floyd riots. I heard it. And I had to agree with them.
Wasn't he on drugs?
I had to agree with them.
They don't say Mexicans, Brandon.
So now, when they're acting like animals, I'm not gonna just say, "Oh
but
no, they're
acting
good."
Like animals.
Look at what they're doing.
I mean,
90% of them are peaceful.
Just
bro.
like 90% of black people.
It's a very small percentage.
And that's who we're talking to.
No, we're
that's
talking
what we're talking about.
No, we're talking about.
You said 90% are peaceful? I haven't gone down there yet.
Yeah, of course.
I gotta go to my office.
Again, bro, it's an overwhelming majority of people there that are absolutely peaceful. I'm talking about, but to say that the people at the protest were the criminals, I'm saying it's crazy. Listen, bro. Again, there were Mexicans, grandmamas, bro, taking milk and putting it in the officers' eyes to like heal them up, bro. And it was the irony of that entire thing, right? It's the officers who were there to protect ICE and to drag protesters to jail.
We're being helped by the grandma.
If the animal,
shout out to Thea.
Listen,
hey, hold on,
wait, no, I have to say something. If the grandma is doing, we're not talking about grandmas when we're talking about animals. We're talking about the animals who are destroying other people's property, Flacco.
But grandmas are also being dragged out of graduations and arrested, bro.
Most of the people down there, when you put the microphone in front of their face, they actually say they agree with what ICE is doing. They're just saying, like you, trying to argue for criminals. Oh, but it should be different with these people.
But those aren't criminals, though, Brandon.
They are criminals. If they're illegal immigrants, they're criminals.
Sure, Brandon.
If I go to Liberia illegally, can I just chill there?
Okay, sure.
What? You're American.
Sure,
Can't you just go
Brandon.
to Liberia?
But there are still ways to deal with people who are criminals. There's still humane ways to deal with them. And dragging niggas out of funerals and graduations ain't it, bro.
They're not physically dragging them out, bro. You keep saying that because you're trying to add a level of context that doesn't exist. They're
no matter
literally
what it is,
walking
bro.
in. They're going in. They're not crashing the door. Because listen, they walk in. They say they come to you. Hey, you know the deal. And when you see them, you should automatically be like, you know what? Let me go to the back and. They not just busting up in nobody's funeral, kicking the casket over, dragging them by the neck.